Hello, good morning. It's about what is it? Oh, 9:21. I haven't checked in a while. Health, I don't know, is it doing better or not? Not sure. But we are exploring issues, more tests, more tests. Was able to get some exercise today. Um, Preparing for the massive spring cleaning, so uh, there's a lot to do today. So this is a very short one, but I did want to check in because even though these are just horrible rambles, I think they're good for me, and I'm learning to try to speak a little more clearly, a little more concisely, get rid of the filler ums, those kinds of things that I've discussed before. I beg your pardon. Uh, Today, I just wanted to. I noticed there's some noise about an aspiring social media personality. Uh, it seems to have maybe alienated some of her audience. I think her, and my apologies, that's no disrespect there. Uh, what they decide to go by isn't really material, but I did want to use whatever pronouns they prefer correctly. Um, but it looks like there's been some backlash, banning of hundreds of people from, I guess, the comment section of that. I believe I've been banned from the comment. It's actually the reason I just started doing these little rambles is they did a little piece on the early internet, and I don't know, 10 or 12-ish years older than they are. So I made not a counter video, but I made a supplementary video of my experiences being somewhat older, of the growth of computer networks and on into the internet and that kind of stuff, and left a little comment that I'd made a supplementary video, or just my impression of that. That apparently, that comment got deleted, and I don't know if I was restricted or not. Apparently, my input isn't welcome, even though it isn't on their channel. Uh, Maybe don't uh, they don't like, perhaps, just. Um, I didn't even put a link. I just put that I started a little discussion on it. So I thought that was reasonable. Um, I get the sense from their videos that they prefer to be the authority on issues, and so maybe I stepped on their toes that way, uh, of having an opinion from an elder uh, denizen of the datascape. But I noticed today that, but they're getting a lot of backlash, and they've been, I think, using kind of derogatory or insulting terms for some of their audience that they deem as acting inappropriately. They say weird, um, which is odd because they also uh, bill themselves as a weirdo. And I think that runs into just the mixed messaging, and it seems very contradictory. I did kind of take after hearing all the noise, I did kind of take a look at the channel, and I noticed this,
Hi everybody, it's your best friend Mouse. And guess what? We're not friends.
which is odd because uh, they build themselves as your best friend and then immediately declare that you're not friends. Now, granted, we all understand. I think it's a marketing uh, slogan, branding. It's a brand. However, in that the brand conveys some sort of meaning, I think, and so just saying this is your best friend says that there might be a more friendly atmosphere. And sometimes they welcome commentary and these sorts of things, that there'd be some sort of community as opposed to just, well, as they discuss, well, as they put it, uh, and here they switched avatars, so I just wanted to play this little clip.
I don't think it should be I don't think it's a hot take to say, hey guys, I plan on being so big one day that I don't recognize half of the comment, like the names in my comment section or in my Twitch chat or in my YouTube chat. You will be a name among other names that scroll by, and I won't be able to literally comprehend half of who you are. Like, it's a weird thing when you're at this like humble small stage of growing as a content creator to be like, hey, I appreciate everyone who's supporting me, but I don't, I might not, I probably won't know most of you by the end of all of this. And I'm not looking to actively make a connection with people. Like, I'm just not. There's,
Which brings up the point then, um, don't use your best friend mouse if you're trying to build a brand. And they actually think, I think they say, at one point they say empire. I am aware of this person and that they've been wanting to be an e-celebrity for, wow, probably 15 years now, somewhere in that, maybe longer. But fame's important to them. That seems to be the critical driver. Um, but I think they could treat people, the audience. And here's the thing, occasionally I hear the use of the term community. I did watch this video and listen to it, and I think they mentioned community, their Twitch community or Discord community or some community. I'm not a big social media person, um, but then they talk about just names on a screen and not really wanting to have any connection, not looking to build a connection with anybody. Well, that means it's not community. That means they want an audience, not a community. um, which is fine. But I think the problem is their branding often uses the term best friend, and I've heard them use fam, short for family, before. So I think they're building, misbuilding the social media brand on uh, something that they're not willing to really deliver on. And and it certainly doesn't have to be any sort of intimate friendship or anything of that nature, but they really, really want to have an audience where they talk and you listen, and it's just different than, I think, the this is your best friend mouse. Uh, and it looks like they get fairly unkind with some of their uh, critiques of their audience members, and they even go on to say, acting weird in comments is highly subjective. Well, I'm not saying don't necessarily don't moderate or ban or these things, but with the rate they're doing it is fairly um, impressive. And I think the problem is billing it as your best friend mouse and occasionally even soliciting comments. Leave a comment, um, which I understand is to boost popularity within the various searches. It's to do that, I think, because they don't particularly want comments. Um, and the problem is, say someone does over what the channel host considers overstep. Well, if they've been invited to comment and it's your I'm your best friend mouse, well, then it would seem that a um, an admonition, a warning, a um, something of that nature would be uh, appropriate because as the channel host even says, it's very subjective. So if it's very subjective, uh, and you've branded it on community and comfy, being a comfy place, they say comfy place, uh, then if someone feels comfortable to say something that maybe the channel host disagrees with, either in content or in tone, then I think addressing that uh, in a more kind and welcoming manner, then that would be more in keeping with the brand. As it is, it's a little maybe at times even cruel, um, and certainly uh, using terms and criticisms that the channel host would not tolerate of themselves. So it's I think it's an approach uh, problem, and I do think it is a bit of a problem, and um, I think it will restrict their horizon. I think they'll get to a certain level of popularity, but they won't be able to keep that up because the branding and what they're willing to deliver is so different. Um, that's really all I have to say about that. And um, my microphone's about to go, and I am starting to a lot. It's just something uh, to consider. I did think it was. Uh, I'm not terribly offended, but a little bit odd, an odd slap in the face that uh, my comment got uh, blocked because I had a video that was on the same topic. It was actually an extension thereof. Uh, it wasn't in any disagreement. It was just I come from a more senior position in that. Um, I'm less experienced at the new the social media and things. I don't even call them socials, and nor do I have them beyond this sort of channel and email. I use email. Oh, am I old? uh, I had some students one time. I was sending them emails, and then I found out from their parents that they don't check email. They do everything by text, and uh, I think some other things, WhatsApp or whatever the current things are. So it's not that I'm uh, a bigger global authority. I just happen to have a perspective that's a little more senior in on the early internet. When I say senior, literally, just from an earlier era. Um, but I'm babbling now. Anyway, thank you for listening. I am going to get on with my day, and it's a lot of chores I really don't want to do. But thank you for listening to me ramble a little.